sorry.
No.
Big difference. How did you, with less people, with less resources, produce more? And you did not have to work fast. You could have worked slower, and you would still outproduce what you did the first time. How is it possible?
Because we have process.
You have to have a food process or a system. But here's the problem. Where do you think in the future of China or of Mexico or of Brazil, who is the generator of these ideas about system?
Us.
Us. And if you are not aware of how to do it, who is going to do it? You say certain countries are defined as developed countries, certain countries are developing countries, certain other countries are not developed. It is dependent upon that generation to come up with unique ideas and innovative ideas to be able to put that community and that society on the map. If you look at the United States, you know what is put the United States on the map at this moment? What? It is not agriculture, it is not manufacturing. It is what? Google, Facebook, Twitter. This is the new generation of ideas that has put the United States where that is where the majority of the jobs are that are created in this country. They have, what has Facebook done? Tell me, what has Facebook done? It has changed the entire infrastructure of how you behave and what you do. It has changed the macroscopic system of how people interact and behave. Now let me ask you this question. How many of you, is your best friend, is your cell phone? Majority of your best friends at this moment is your cell phone and your TV and whatever else. Because here's what I'm looking at in terms of your generation. You spend more time, and including me, more time on your cell phone and electronics than you spend with any single individual. It has changed the system. Now, let me also tell you something which is not relevant, and this is something that we were talking about. You know that you are addicted to that cell phone. You are addicted to putting something in, and if you are not, don't get 26 likes in 12 minutes, you're, nobody likes me. Then you, every ding, ding, ooh, let me run, ding, is just like an addict that needs heroin. You run, ding, 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 you ding, ding, go. The system that you have to design. So I'm going to ask you, when you go back to your country, and by the end of this class, in 1 month, today was the visualization of what can happen. The entire rest of the classes are systematically take you through the thinking process to say, what did you just do? And why did you do it? And then where you are going to practice is with your companies. That is going to be your practice. And where you're going to see benchmarking and baselining at the world-class level is on Fridays when you go to Toyota and so forth. And you're going to see exactly how companies have done that. So you're going to learn, you're going to implement, and you're going to be measured by these companies on how well you have done, and you're going to go through this idea of visiting multiple companies that have been known to do this. Are we okay? Yes or no?
Yes.
Your job is to think what? You are going to design, you are the designer of Systems. If I want you to think about your parents, I want you to think systems. Tell me, is your family a system? Yes or no?
Yes.
How do you know that your family is doing well? Tell me. What is the measure of that system? Is your family doing well or not? Somebody say yes or no? Yes, your family is doing well? You don't know. How are you going to fix it if you cannot decompose something into a system and know what it is by which you're going to measure it? Are we okay? Are we okay? Is this give you a visualization of what we're going to be doing for the rest of the month? Yes? Anything you want to say something?
This team were asking me about how they had a problem synchronizing the pace of each station, how they moved. So they didn't have, well, they did a good job, but I don't know if they had the solution in the end. So I don't know if we can tell them that. Yeah. That's what we were doing here. So I guess I'll go to you.
Okay. Now, the other part that you have to understand is what you learned here does not equally apply to your culture. Part of what you were learning is how it can be done in the United States. Part of what you're going to be learning at the very end is how culture will impact your design. For example, tell me something about Mexico. Tell me something about Mexico. There's nothing to say?
Good people?
Good people, good food. What else?
I guess we can reformulate. If you were to describe Mexico to somebody from another country, how would you describe it?
Good people.
Good family.
Huh?
What makes it different?
It's a country with some problems, but
Every country has problems.
we always look for the better.
Here's what comes to me about Mexico. Very good quality of life, because you are not a very good balance of life, because you know the difference between work and family, and you balance it very well. Very family oriented, where everybody still goes and has dinner or lunch with their mom and dad. All right? But never on time. I just know from, if somebody says we're going to be there at 3 o'clock and start at 3 o'clock, I know that definitely by 3:25 it'll start. But it's okay. That's part of it. That's what you're saying. Brazil. Tell me about Brazil. Yeah, Caipirinhas are good. Tell me about Brazil.
We have the same problems that Mexico. We're not. If you have a meeting at 1 o'clock, we'll be there at 2.
Not 1:25.
Even worse. So we are happy people.
Huh?
We are people that take the best from the worst situation.
Good.
Thing I said, what?
And even when everything is going bad, we always find a way to laugh about it.
When Germany meet Brazil, you laugh.
Yeah.
You laughed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Sure.
don't laugh, don't laugh.
We couldn't do anything else, right? Like,
Tell me about China. Tell me about China.
I think
course, it will make people unhappy. So I think, but we are punctual.
One common thing that all three have is very hierarchical. There's an order of everything. Now, the one thing that I learned in China when I went there is you get invited to a dinner, right? And there's this glass of wine that's sitting there. Okay, and I don't know, I mean, they put it in, and I said, okay, well, I drank it. I said, oh, there we go. It goes, oh, no. What you have to do is you have to go up and say, like there's 8 people. I said, Enrique, in your honor, I'm drinking. So we drink, okay? And then somebody comes and says, in your honor, I'm drinking. I realize it's a mechanism to drink a lot. No? So, but each culture is different, and what we will do is, at the very end, discuss the differences in the culture. And one of the things Enrique is doing on his research is he has defined culture by multiple different things, so we can show you, we don't have to just talk about and say, cultures are different. We're gonna link cultures, show you what the differences are, and how it is included in the design of your systems. Are we okay? Right. Go have fun. Go have fun. Are there any questions? Don't have to. I don't want to hear that anybody has gone to jail. Last year, we had 2 people go to jail. Is that right? 5? Right. This is what you will see. We had several people that got to know each other are now married. Here. We had several people that fought with their friends. We had several people that went to jail. We can do the first 2. Jail, no. Because he didn't tell me, and he went and took the people out of jail. If I was there, I would say just leave them there for 3 or 4 days. All right? But be very careful. When you go out and enjoy yourself, be very careful. One thing I don't want you to do not walk at 3 o'clock in the morning from downtown to your apartment. Okay? If you have to take an Uber, take an Uber. Do not walk. If I catch anybody walking at 3 o'clock in the morning,
You give me a
if
ride?
nobody, no, I'm gonna shoot you in the leg. All right, go out.